Okay, good morning. Welcome into Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Coming to you just a few minutes later this morning. Welcome into the program. Sunday morning here on a sunny day in Colorado. It is approximately 7:10-ish a.m. on Sunday, August 24th. Welcome into Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy. In our episode today, of course, we are getting into it with RLUSD and the purchase of Rail, which is a Toronto-based stablecoin company for $200 million. Ripple recently purchased, and they're closing things up within the next, I suppose, days or so here. We are closing up, and that is a very interesting acquisition. We're going to get into all that today and where we are with it. Let's check volume. Okay, we're looking good. Let's go ahead and get into the episode for today. And I shall get to some notes. Before we do, let's very quickly check the cryptocurrency market cap and see where we are today. Bitcoin is, the market cap's in at 3.96 trillion for a total cryptocurrency market cap with a 53 fear and greed index dipping just 3 points into the greed here. And we've got Bitcoin in at 114,638 per coin. That's for one Bitcoin. I was talking to a friend yesterday, and we chatted for a while about cryptocurrency and so forth. And what I found so interesting is that after, and it's not him, it's fine. I mean, I did the same things initially when I learned this stuff. I was talking to him and showing him prices and things, and I said it again. It was probably the fifth time I showed him Bitcoin at 114,633. It could have been the fifth time or so. We've been talking for like 15 minutes, and he said, "Wait, is that one Bitcoin? Are you and he got it. He said, "No, wait a minute." And I showed him back on the chart when it was 30 cents and so forth, and what $1,000 would have gotten. Literally would have had 1.3 bill with like 30 cents back in whatever it was. I forgot the date we went back to. But anyway, interesting stuff. This is important. The wife tells me that I am deficient. I am remiss in my calculator exercises, and I agree with her. She suggests that I do more calculator exercises. Feel that's important. Here, I'll try one now for you. Let's take a look, for example, at one like, Solana. If you're Raoul Powell or Raoul Powell, you like to close her off with an R for any word that ends in an A. Like Solana would be, of course, Solana. And it's not the banana zone. Well, yes, it is. It's not the banana zone. It's the banana zone. Raoul Powell, yes, you're on my radar. You've been for a while. Yeah, and you will be. To $104. Why would you be? Because you're for the people, right? Why aren't you telling everybody about all the ISOs and so forth, and initially calling them down? Now you backed off. Now you stopped. You walked away. You still love your Ethereum. I get it. All right, we got a $204 Solana, right? It's at $294 for an all-time high, right? But let's go back on this chart where I actually was going to dump a bunch in on Solana, and I did not do it around here. Not too bright of me, which is fine. And then Solana jumps to these heights. But at a $2 Solana, let's see. I'm not going to keep calling it Solana because it sounds so ridiculous. It's Solana, okay? All right, so let's call it a $2 Solana. Let's drop in 5K. And let's go ahead and divide that by $2, right? We have 2,500 Solana at that point, times even an all-time high of $294. We have 735,000 in Solana for dropping in 5 and waiting some time. The value of a calculator exercise. I hope you understand what kind of what I'm talking here, because that was a wimpy one. It's never financial advice on the channel. I'm not a financial advisor. Please consult your local RIA for that. that loves to sit down at a kitchen table and shill investment products to you. Nothing wrong. Enjoy that. I don't do that. I am that person on steroids for myself, not for you. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a guy who learned all this stuff a while ago. XDC's at 8 cents. That sucker's going to at least $50 to $100 per coin. If you know what XDC's doing, I'm going to call it 100 per coin. It's at 8 cents. Let's do a quick little calculator exercise. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm bright enough to see this. Look at this. Let's go ahead and drop $5,000 into the old XDC project that's sitting at 8 cents right now, 0.082, right? Okay, that's going to allow me to capture 60,975 coins of XDC that are going to 100 a coin. Did you hear what I said? That's not financial advice. That's my opinion. At least 100. That puppy's going to somewhere, in my opinion, somewhere around $500 a coin. XDC. That's a guess. You know, that's a guess. All right, but that 60,975, right? So 60,975 times that $100, first of all, of course, is $6,097,500, and you got to pay your exchange fees and your taxes. But for dropping $5,000 and yanking $6 million, what in the world are you talking about, Tank? I'm talking about investing with crypto, and I'm not a financial advisor, and you're not going to buy or sell anything because of what I say or do, because I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm giving you possible scenarios. This particular one is a calculator exercise that's laying out what could happen if an individual dropped $5,000 on XDC right now at 0.082 cents and waited just a little bit for XDC to hit its $100 mark and then go ahead and cash it out for $6 million. Wake up. Nicely wake up. I better calm it down. You got to be nice. You got to be nice. I thought I was doing the share screen there. I hope we're having fun here on Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy. We're going to run it one more time. Here's your XDC at 8 cents, people, please. Oh my gosh. If I took $5,000 and I said, let me go ahead and take that and drop it into XDC for 0.082 cents right now, that's going to get me 60,975 coins, right? Right. 60,975 coins times its $100 per coin that it goes to coming up shortly here. If you see what XDC's doing and what it has under the hood for tech stacks, oh my Christmas. Now you have $6,097,500 for dropping in $5,000 into XDC. Are you paying attention? I'm not saying that's going to happen. That's actually very likely. And what happens when it does happen and you do a few cash outs of a 2 mil or one's 2 mil, one's 4 mil, you catch her at the height. One's 1 mil, one's 3 mil, you catch her at the height of the mountain. Another one you cash out coming down the mountain for like 2 mil, whatever. It's a total of 6,097,500. How are you going to cash those three out like that? I'll tell you how you're going to cash them out. You go to Caleb and Brown, where you can actually cash out 3 mil in one pop if you want to. You can't do that on the exchanges. So I'm asking you all, what are you going to do when crypto goes crazy here and your holdings, you can only pull 50,000 a day off Uphold. What are you going to do? 100,000 a day on Coinbase. You got a pro account, you can do 250,000 a day. What are you going to do? How are you going to cash out? I'm asking genuinely, how are you going to cash out? Check out Caleb and Brown and use your heads, please. It's time to wake up. It's wake up time, people. We have this bull run coming, and which we're in it now. We have the height coming. Could be a blow off top, could be an extended super cycle bull run. We don't know. I feel it could be. This could be the break of the cycle. This time's going to be different. Ever listen to people who say that? Wow. I can't wait until all this kicks into high gear. Boy, is this going to be fun. This is going to be the fun one. Why? For me and some of you out there, we only got into this some years ago, some of us, including learning finance and so forth. So, full camera time. So we only learned this a few years ago, and I'm still learning how to put full camera screen on so that you can see what I'm saying, not that you can see what I'm saying. That'd be cool. If I'm talking and you could just see the words that I'm saying, wouldn't that be interesting? This guy's a whack job. I know crypto. I'll tell you that. I might be weird, but I know crypto. And when I watch what Ripple and XRP have been doing and some of these other X coins, and I'm going to call them XRP, XLM, XDC, there are a few others. And I look at Quant, and I look at IOTA, and I look at HBAR, and I look at Algo, and I look at these other coins that are powerful players, Chainlink, that are powerful, Overledger, Quant's Overledger, you got Chainlink, Lincoln. You got a bunch of these Lincoln things, Lincoln logs. Abe Lincoln. Yeah, we're linking a lot of chains. Are you yanking my chain? No, I'm not. I am spilling coffee, though, on a Sunday morning. My very expensive microphone. Don't do that. That'd be crazy if it shorted out and started going all electrical live. That'd be fantastic. Let's get into the episode today, guys. I hope we're having fun. I'm ignoring the comments like I usually do because I don't know what in the world I'm doing. I don't know how to do a YouTube channel. I'm a freaking contractor. Started doing some investing. I don't know what in the world I'm doing when it comes to this channel. I'm having a blast. I can't believe they trusted me with a live cast. That's what's so hilarious. I find that to be so funny. Chris Baxter, welcome in. Yeah, exactly. Still in bed. I couldn't get this. I couldn't get this freaking thing to work. I thought I was on. By the way, I was doing the program by myself for like 7 minutes. And I'm like, wait, I don't hear anything. And I'm like, I'm not live. Yeah, we shot yesterday, my guy and I. Yes. No, I was not sleeping. I was actually up this morning again at 4 in the morning. I get up at about 4. Chris, good afternoon over there in, I do believe, the UK. Good afternoon, sir. And hello, Mahidin. Hello, my sir, my good sir. I hope that I can, in some sense, be a mentor concerning cryptocurrency, and in that way, it means I'm being a guide and I'm helping someone. If I can freaking help somebody in this world, I'm a happy guy. We've all done enough hurting, even if we didn't mean to, right? We're not here to hurt. We're here to help, right? So that's kind of my little saying. We're here to help, not to hurt, right? So yes, if I can help somebody, that's freaking awesome. And good morning, Chris. Mikey, good morning. Where can you buy XDC? You can hop over to Uphold and grab her there. You can go to a few places. Guys, use AI for a lot of your questions concerning crypto, says Elmer Fudd. Concerning cryptocurrencies, you're going to want to go check out AI for yourself. You can pull a Gemini up on your phone, and it's going to give you a wealth of information that's essentially accurate. You've got to check AI. It can be wrong at times, but yeah, but you can go to Uphold for the shorter answer. But any questions you have like that, all right, guys. And by the way, folks that are in, welcome in. Two Paws, welcome in. I see you now. What's up, dude? Mikey, how much is the supply is there? Go on to CoinMarketCap and you can check the supply. Is it infinite like Bitcoin? Pretty sure that XDC can keep producing more if I remember correctly. Hang on. And I'm going to show you right now. This is what I'm talking about. AI just tends to be correct. You have to check it. XDC running on the Zinfin network out of Singapore. Can you please tell me if it can create more coins infinitely?
Based on the information available, there seems to be a misunderstanding of the term.
XDC runs on the Zinfin network. Does it have a fixed supply or not?
This is a great question, as it highlights a common point of confusion in the crypto space. It appears there may be a mix-up between two different tokens. Based on the information available, XT Smart Chain, XT, is a separate blockchain platform, and its native token is XT.
That's the issue, is that you got to be careful what you're searching, because it didn't even capture what I was trying to search. Here you go. Let me type it in. Is XDC in a fixed supply crypto. Whoops. And it will tell us yes, XDC has a fixed supply. The XDC network's native token, XDC has a max of 100 billion tokens. While the circulating supply and the number of tokens currently available in the market may fluctuate as new tokens are released from a vesting schedule or other allocations, total number of XDC that will ever exist is capped. It is capped. This means that no more XDC can be created beyond the max limit. Okay, so there you go. So, and we can fact check that, but that is correct if my memory serves correct as well. It's a great memory sparker as well, because a lot of these things we already have learned over these past 6 years, and then you folks out there too. And then we hit AI, and it reminds us, well, that happened. That's right with XDC. Maybe it makes us think, we got a down dip. Maybe I just want to buy some more of this XDC. Or what's going on with XDC now that I remember that piece? Let me go check on that. I haven't been keeping up on what they're doing over there in, Asia Pacific, over there in Singapore, where they're out of. What's the deal with their connections with banks in their hometown kind of thing? What are they doing over there? It supplies you with info. And 2Paws already with the info. The XDC, thank you, 2Paws. The XDC has a total supply of approximately 38 bill with roughly 17 bill in circulation. 2Paws! Definitely, you are faster, dude. Freaking awesome. I love this crap. This is so fun. Yep, you quick on your paws, 2Paws. Says Chris Baxter. Yes, you are. This community's got to be the funnest damn thing in the world. And thank you for being faster than me, 2Paws, because that's the idea. I never understood how it's the ego is the issue. I never understood how I see some parents even get jelly. It ain't just something you spread on toast. They get jelly when their kids advance or get smarter than them, or wealthier than them, or achieve more than them in the world or something. I've seen this happen, and I think it's very odd. Wouldn't we think we'd want our offspring to surpass our knowledge or our everything that we do, our achievements? I find that very interesting. I want everybody in the comments to be smarter and better than I am, and I think you guys are, which is awesome. I love it. Thank you, 2Paws. Remember, guys, we are here to teach each other, and there's always a bigger fish. And by the way, you all know that I do know crypto rather nicely, rather well. I'm a talking head. I mean, come on. I know what I know. Do I know more than some folks? Maybe. Do some folks know more than others? I don't know. The point is we are in here to teach each other, and we're buddies because my buddies and I do this with each other. I have a buddy that I'm thinking in my mind, I probably know a little more about crypto than my buddy, this guy that lives near me here. I'm not going to mention names. And all of a sudden, he's into something that I have no idea about crypto. He's been doing it for the longest time. I'm like, you got to teach me that, dude. You got to teach me how to do that. I don't know how to do that. I'm like, well, how did you get into that? Doing that with crypto. Freaking cool stuff, guys. That's the whole point. The point is we're learning from each other, and this is awesome. And I am so thrilled to be that not crypto guru, but crypto facilitator, crypto guide, right? Crypto mentor that's here kind of connecting this whole thing. And I didn't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. And I was told not to do it by some, but then by others, I was told, are you ridiculous? You have to do it. It's part of doing this whole thing. So my goal here and what we're going to do is we are creating a Patreon. We're going to keep it at a reasonable price per month. Nobody has to come in that doesn't, well, of course, it doesn't want to. We are going to make it enticing so that folks do want to do it and at least try it for a month. We'll have to figure out how we lock in subscriptions, but here's the thing. Here's why I am going to do it. I said I wouldn't, and here's why I am going to do it. I did turn tail the past number of episodes saying maybe we will do a Patreon, but here's the deal. I am not going to hide my portfolio. All right. And I haven't. And if you go back to episodes, you can see I've laid out my entire portfolio, and I'm not a financial advisor. That's it. If anybody thinks it's worth even looking at, right? If they think I might know what I'm talking about, I lay them out anyway for you. I have no concern with that. Patreon will have the portfolio. It will also have some live trades and things like that. It'll have some early chapter releases of our book, at least the first 1 or 2 chapters. It will have our newsletter, which you got to do if you do this channel. This is what I was told by the handler, of course, right? And others. They're like, you can't do a YouTube channel and sit there and not provide a Patreon. And then when you do that, you, of course, have to charge for it. You can't do this thing. You don't do a free Patreon or whatever. And then you give Patreon a percentage, like 10%, right? So they've got to be paid. So it is a business, and this whole thing is a business, and I didn't want to do it, and I'm fine doing it, but I am telling you, it is against my better, not better judgment, but it's against what I don't know. I feel like it's not, because I've got to be paid for providing the value. Then I suppose it's all about what's the dollar amount. So we're going to come up with between 10 and 20 bucks a month for the Patreon. And some folks will do 10, some folks will do 20. The 20 will give you everything that's in there. That includes, we'll get into it more, but trades that I'm doing, also newcomers that I find at that point and put money into. And by the way, I'm never a financial advisor as I'm doing all of this either. This is for you to watch. You can watch and look at some trades. You can mirror some of mine if you think that's worth it. By the way, another major arm in this whole piece is to provide a section that not only is a newsletter section of the Patreon, but also is a teaching section. So this is kind of like a 5th piece that we're going to include in here, besides the other 4, or whatever it is. I don't know if I mentioned there are about 6. There's 6 total pieces, but we'll have a section that is literally me teaching with the whiteboard. And that is to teach us how to research. Some of us already know. We're going to do, I think, interactive live with this so that Two Paws and some others who are very slick, I can see in the crypto space, can help to potentially teach us some things live, in the live. And that will be fun. And Mikey and Chris and, whoever, Mahadine, whoever, Marnie's usually in here. We've got quite a few, and welcome to Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with Frank the Crypto Tank. Please tap like and subscribe down below and check our Caleb link. And please don't forget, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but the program today, we're talking about RLUSD, Ripple's acquisition of Rail, Toronto, $200 million Toronto-based stablecoin company, to further push its usage of RLUSD. Ripple to further push its usage of RLUSD. The mouth won't keep up with the brain sometimes. Happy Sunday morning. Welcome into Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with Frank the Crypto Tank. Yeah, we're going to end up launching the Patreon. You kind of got to do it. You kind of got to do it when you got a YouTube channel. How you not going to do a Patreon? It's kind of foolish, actually. So I'm sitting here going, we're not doing a Patreon. We're not charging. I'm so righteous. And it's like, nah, you kind of got to do a Patreon. You're kind of silly. Just don't charge them $50 a month, $100 a month. That's silly. That's ridiculous. Come on. What are you trying to make this be a cell phone payment per month for people? Come on, it's too expensive. It should be about the cost of what somebody pays for coffee a day, which is usually a cup or two, and it's like $6 a cup if you're getting it out. So that's my way to rationalize. Guys, Lizard King, nice point. Where in the heck are you? Where's Lizard King? There's a few we're missing here this morning. And by the way, I'm grabbing my book. Hold on. We'll do a morning. Be right back. Hang on. Okay, now we're back again. Isn't that fun? The guy's actually figuring out how to use this crap. Here, let's see. Let's get to our birthdays. So I'm going to need you to lay out in the comments without the year, because I feel it's too sensitive. That kind of information is too sensitive in the comments. But please lay out your day and your month of birth, because I've got my note taker out here with my master chart. We've got Mario. Where are you this morning, by the way? June 22nd is Mario's birthday. Gas Pony, where are you? February 16th. For your birthday. Turkey Base, we're missing you in here this morning. Turkey Base 911, April 23rd. Mental Jack, December 8th. Where are you, my good sir? And Alexander, you're July 30th. Where are you? Prit T, you're November 29th. Where are you this morning in the comments? chime in if you're in here, and anybody else in, please chime in with a birthday. All right, getting back to it. Why does RLUSD matter? RLUSD launched a 2024 stablecoin pegged to the US dollar, backed by cash and cash equivalents, to ensure solid pegging with RLUSD. It's regulated New York Department of Financial Services, giving it institutional credibility recently, some months ago. Available on the XRPL or the XRP Ledger and Ethereum, gaining broad accessibility at this point in time. Market cap's around 666 mil, placing it among the top tier new stablecoins, along with USDT and USDC. Now, why does this matter for us that they purchase this? Stablecoins are the utility layer of modern crypto, of course, and used for cross-border payments, DeFi, and seamless fiat on and off ramps. RLUSD gives Ripple a gateway to those markets. So RLUSD's role in Ripple's broader ecosystem lays out like this, guys. RLUSD complements XRP by stabilizing liquidity and settlement lanes. It's integrated into Ripple's payment infrastructure, adding stable dollar rails alongside XRP. A trusted stablecoin like RLUSD opens doors for businesses uncomfortable with volatility, which is huge for enterprise adoption, amongst other things. Regulatory tailwinds now have cleared. Introduction to what's happening here with Project Crypto and regulatory tailwinds tells me, at least a broader, on a broader scope here, Project Crypto refers to broader regulatory initiative, and the new Genius Act gives us clear rules for stablecoins, bolstering trust and institutional readiness across in the U.S. But this is going to push across this entire planet. This is a global thing that's coming. Ripple's application for a U.S. national banking license and Federal Reserve master account would let it custody reserves directly with the Fed and facilitate insurance redemption, adding trust and compliance. RLUSD could become one of the most transparent regulated stablecoins under this framework, and we have a pretty good idea that it probably will. Now, the Rail acquisition, why this $200 million acquisition of Toronto-based stablecoin company called Rail? Why does this matter? What just happened? Ripple is acquiring Rail right now, Toronto-based stablecoin payments platform, for $200 million, and Rail handles 10% of global B2B stablecoin transactions, business-to-business transactions, projected to be a $36 billion market coming up over the next couple of years here. Adds virtual accounts, automated back office, and a banking partner network as well, letting businesses transact in stablecoins without complex wallet setups. Okay, so similar to like how the ETFs allow folks to come in without fumbling around with wallets and trying to learn them and the risk of losing and everything else. They just buy a spot ETF. You know what I mean? So it allows massive money to come in, is what it does. It takes down some silos and allows for the broader money of the world to come in, institutional money and so forth. Guys, make sure you're dropping a birthday without the year in the comments. I will get to them in a minute. I'm going to check back in. I want to see some birth dates in there without the year. Too sensitive, information-wise. Give me your birthday and your birth month, please, so we can recognize you. I know everybody's birthday in my personal life, so here's our community. I need to know your birthdays. It integrates seamlessly with RLUSD Ripple, enabling Ripple to offer a full-stack stablecoin solution for enterprises. This allows these billions to trillions coming in over the next 3 to 5 years, sending XRP's price, of course, aiding and sending XRP's price, not financial advice, into triple to quadruple digits. Thank you very much. Let's drop the mic on that one. Folks who are seeing this early, hats off to you. I'm still getting in the comments that I responded to yesterday, and I laughed my pants off. XRP's a big nothing burger. Somebody put in the comments, XRP's a big nothing burger. That thing's not going anywhere. Type it into the comments. I laugh my butt off. I'm not a financial advisor. Watch it, and I think, forget it. I forgot what I post back. It's hilarious what I write back in the comments. Try to be as funny and fun as I can, and as nice as I can. The move leverages regulatory clarity from Project Crypto and the Genius Act. Timing could not be better with all of this, guys. All of this fits together with RLUSD and Rail and the ecosystem growth. RLUSD gives Ripple a stable, trustworthy dollar peg asset across chains. Project Crypto regulation also, of course, builds trust and regulatory clarity, making RLUSD institutionally potable. Palatable, potable. Potable, it's potable water. You can use it. Yeah, palatable too. You can actually eat it. Project Crypto regulation builds trust and regulatory clarity, making RLUSD institutionally available and easy to use. Rails infrastructure offers a plug-and-play pipeline for enterprise to use RLUSD and the XRP for treasury. What in the heck did you just say? FX or Forex, and also payments, without needing typical crypto infrastructure to achieve the transactions, facilitate the transactions. Combined with Ripple's global licenses and key custodial partners, example BNY Mellon, right, recently asking them to hold custody of our RLUSD, this puts RLUSD and XRP on track to become core settlement assets in digital finance. People, please, are we paying attention? Now, what is the 5-year vision? Let's jump into it. Is there possibly a birthday in here? Nobody wants to give a birthday. 2Paws, when is your birthday? Without your year. I think we most likely see coins for each currency. RLJ, yeah, we will. I agree too. Yep, we will. We're going to see it. Yep, they're all going to have them, which is fine. And they're all, they'll run on different chains. I feel like a lot of them are going to find their way through the XRP Ledger. Wouldn't that be interesting? Where is Lizard King this morning? And where are some of these other peeps? We're too early on a Sunday morning. It's 7:42 Colorado time. Guys, what are the roadblocks and risks to look for concerning, by the way, welcome to Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy. You have found Frank the Crypto Tank. Please tap like and subscribe down below. Not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. You can lose your shirt, your pants, your underwear, your socks, everything in crypto. So please be very careful. Don't buy or sell anything because of what we say or do on the channel, because that would be foolhardy. Roadblocks and risks to watch out for concerning stablecoin peg risks. RLUSD must, of course, remain rock solid, pegged $1, unlike past incidents, of course, where we saw this dude. What was the one? What was that one? That just happened recently. Didn't happen that long ago. Guy got a tattoo on his arm and the thing depegs. What in the heck? I forgot which one it was. We all remember. Terra Luna. Yeah, nice job. That happens. Not making fun. Regulatory delays are something to consider. Banking license and project approvals aren't guaranteed. Competition is something else we need to consider. USDC and Tether really USDT on 14 different chains or something. Crushing it is USDT. Is it sketchy? I don't know. USDC, of course, doing nice things. Jeremy Allaire under the company Circle, and they are a second to usage to USDT, and RLUSD is coming for both of them now, aren't they, child? You bet your sweet you know what. Competition, USDC and Tether, look out! You better get out of the way. Get ready to pass you. By the way, anybody watches Daytona? Watched yesterday. Close to my hometown, Portland, Connecticut, is where Joey Logano is from, number 22. And what a sad thing to see him 13 laps out yesterday. And he's a little older, right? He's like us. He's an older guy. Now he's a little older. Oh my gosh. He gets spun out, man. 13 laps to go. What the heck? Oh, that was sad. That was sad. Joey. Poor Joey. And I mean that too. That stinks. What a horrible thing. And what a good dude too. And it's not just because he's near my hometown back in Connecticut. Execution hurdles are something else to consider. Effective rail integration, bank adoption, and API rollouts will determine this, at least a large portion of the success. In my notes, I'm saying will determine the success. It'll determine a large portion of the success. And in summary, here, RLUSD is, of course, is yet another stablecoin. Is Ripple's compliance first dollar bridge stablecoin, bolstered by permissive regulation, including Project Crypto, infrastructure strength, including purchaser rail and enterprise integration coming up shortly, together with these elements, and a pro-crypto positive landscape, a broader crypto positive landscape, reshape the future of digital payments coming up here. And this utility, infrastructure, and strategy, all about transforming how value moves globally with RLUSD and XRP running on the XRPL. This is about to take flight. XRP's a big nothing burger. I got twice in the comments yesterday, laughing so hard. Yeah, nice XRP tattoo, right? Who's doing the XRP tattoo, man? Who's putting the coordinates in space on their arm other than Brad Garlinghouse? How cool is that move? Talk about understanding the truth of it all. Don't they say that the, what do they say? They say the millionaires use advisors, right? Backroom advisors to help them plan and know what to purchase next. And the billionaires use the astrologers. Interesting. Which is not so far off from an astronomer. If you know your stuff and you get into all this stuff, it just goes a little more deeply. Because you need to know all the astronomy, of course, and then if you're really an awesome astrologer, you need to know the astronomy, and then you need to know that deeper lever, nice Freudian slip, it is a lever, of the astronomy, because everything is synchronistic and everything is connected. I thought this channel was about crypto. Don't worry, it is, because that helps us to research too. Now, let's hop in real quick with our share screen and do one more quick exercise. By the way, planetary alignment, okay, trade charts, billionaires use the charts. Yes, they do. Why? Because everything is connected. I thought this channel was about crypto. It is, don't worry. And I'm going to show you how and why it's about crypto. Because why? Since we got some people in, thank you, Two Paws, for being a real. Millionaires trade charts. Billionaires use the stars. Yes, they do. Thank you, Two Paws, for verifying, because it is true. And I'm going to show you why it's true real quick. It's going to take like 2 seconds. Hang on. It's professor time. Hold on. Yeah, baby. It's my favorite time in the episode. I live for this shit. All the Bible thumpers who just jumped off. And I love the Bible, by the way. I just don't thump it around. All right, now here's the deal. Here's the dilly, Willie. Look at. Yeah. RLUSD topic of the day. Yeah. Well, whatever. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know. We know all about it. We're gonna jump into what sets all this crypto stuff. By the way, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an astronomer or an astrologer. Well, I am kind of an amateur astronomer. I will give you that. I'll give you that piece. So, right? Yeah, blah 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 blah. Right? Yeah, blah blah blah. What's this guy doing? Yeah, blah, blah. So you got a bunch of stars, right? Got a bunch of stars in the sky, right? Right? We know with the Doppler effect, right? The Doppler redshift. And you guys who know about this, don't worry, it's about crypto. Don't worry, we're going to wrap around to crypto. This is important. This is part of the research. So we got to have all the stars in the night sky, right? You know about the Doppler shift, right? When an ambulance goes by, it does it with sound too, not just like when an ambulance goes by and it goes, when it sounds all weird, or somebody's music goes by. That's the Doppler shift. Shifts towards the blue as it's coming towards you, and as it goes away from you, it shifts towards the red, right? The red spectrum of light. So we know that the universe is expanding because of this, and also something called the night sky paradox. There's a few things, right? I thought this was about crypto. Don't worry, it is. Here's you. Here's you and me right here, right? We have the sun careening through the universe at thousands of miles per second towards the general direction of Vega. We're trailing the star system Vega. We're trailing behind it and orbiting every planet behind the sun as it zips through the cosmos. Ever on its journey in a new spot through the universe because the whole thing is expanding, and we can see that because we watch them all expanding away from us. So we did kind of start from a center point, and everything is moving out. Don't worry, I'm getting back to crypto. So if we know that's true, right, we observe certain laws that happen. And one of them, of course, that plays into this whole thing is our relation and connection to our nearest king star, which is, of course, the sun. That's for primitive people, the sun. If you follow the sun, that's primitive people do that. Really? Yeah, they do. But this sun accounts for... Hold on. The sun accounts for... % of the matter in the solar system. So it is king, it rules all. Its vibration rules all, but its vibration with its interplay with Saturn, Jupiter, and those massive cloud giants, and the other harder bodies that, of course, are always going to be closer to the sun, right? The inner planets are going to be rock, right? But there's a vibrational frequency, and some call it the symphony of the spheres. There's actually a sound that planets make and stars make vibrations because everything is vibration. Well, guess what? You're sitting here, right here, you and me trying to trade crypto, being affected by all these energies larger than we're realizing, right here on planet Earth, being affected by the interplays of all these energies. And those who know, the billionaires know, they go to the ones who know that and know how to then say, well, based on what's happening here, here's what's actually going to happen next with these energies. And here's how the interplay of all of that affects the market here and all the humans and you and what you are actually about to pull for that trade, Mr. Billionaire. Advisor talking now. There is a science to all this. The market is trading off of the phi ratio. Human behavior is operating off the golden mean, the golden ratio, right? The phi ratio, right? Leonardo da Vinci laying this out with the Vitruvian Man. We've done it before on the channel, that whole thing. Yeah. Okay. Everything grows at a 1.618 ratio to everything else in nature, including us, including your finger, including all the bones, including a sunflower. Everything grows like this. Well, we act like this too. This behavior of this spiral pattern that looks like this pops out like that. You measure the distances as the spiral goes out, and you get that relationship. That's phi. And that's why we behave on this ratio. We act like that. The markets trade on that. I'm not a financial advisor. I know this piece to be true. What is it not true that when we first meet somebody, we're, hey, how you doing? You shake your hand, you're here. Their hand, you're here. All nice and close. Next time you meet or whatever, you talk, you set something up, the other people don't want to think you're too needy, right? So back off a little bit. Back off a little bit. Hey, come back in a little bit. A little tighter. You don't want to think, hey, you don't think, I don't like you. You know what I mean? I just wanted to back off. I don't want you to think I was too needy. And then, we do this when we're like courting a relationship or whatever with a woman or, men, you can understand this, right? And females as well. Okay? We behave like the phi ratio. And then the humans are trading the actual market. So they're trading. The market trades on the phi ratio. That's why we use Fibonacci sequences and so forth. All right. Guys, hope we're having fun in the episode. Hope we're learning something here today. I was going to go real deep on the astronomy thing, and I did not do that, and I'm glad I didn't. My handler would have wrung my neck the next time I saw him. He's like, keep it to crypto. I'm like, don't worry, I got to relate this stuff. I got to wrap it all the way around, you know what I mean? Because I'm not going to understand. My job is to teach and help and educate. That's it. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't buy or sell anything because of what I say or do. That would be foolhardy. I am not a financial advisor. I hope you have an awesome Sunday. And you guys are so cool for coming in this morning. Sir Gassington, thanks for stopping in. How this comes? I'm trying to get through comments too. I'm doing this. Yeah. Oh, what? Yeah, moon phases are a thing too. Why would that be? We can get it, guys. Since you guys know about this stuff a little bit and you're interested, we're gonna pull this in more into the program. Just give me a reminder because I kind of forget sometimes. But yeah, we're gonna have to pull this into the program more because this all plays into what we're doing with cryptocurrency and not in a weird, wacky way. Yes, the moon phases certainly play into this, and there's very good reason why, obviously. There's an absolute correlation connection between the percentage of water in the body and on the planet and the effect of tidal force and the tidal force effect that we have on this planet, the wobbling of the roundness of our globe and what happens with the pull of the moon and how this affects how we then, of course, do this because that changes how we do that, right? So we could get really deeply into this. So cool that you guys know about this stuff. Guys, thank you so much for joining in. Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy. Two Paws, everybody. Mahadine, Marty, Mikey, Chris, thank you for joining us in here this morning. You know we love you. I don't see Turkey Base. Where are some of our regs? That's okay. For newcomers, you found Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy. Tap that like and subscribe down below. And we're going to be in here every morning at 7 a.m. And I hope you guys have the best Sunday ever. Thanks for joining us in. Two Paws and everybody, thanks for coming in, gentlemen. Do appreciate you and the ladies coming in. Thanks for joining us. We shall see you tomorrow. Have a great day, you guys. Peace out, yo.